Hello out there, I hope you can hear me. This is a brief, straightforward demonstration of the medium that we're using this week, or media that we're using this week. This is going to be a form of Indian ink, any colour you like, and some white paint. I have a really cheap and weird white paint make and create for kids, which cost me £1. It seems to work, so as long as it's white and it dries okay, it'll mix with the ink. Right, okay, the idea is that we paint with the ink and then we mix it with the gouache. This is a colour I made earlier, doesn't it? It looks good. It's going to be fun. So, a quick sketch. So, why don't we have some kind of landscape, just to demonstrate what the points of this are, the main features of this process. Let's have a little house here, and there, a little window there, yeah, and chalet style house a little bit there, little door here, and little window there, and another window here, just to show, get the feel of what we're going to do here, and some trees, foliage here, over here, and maybe here, just for me to illustrate the process. Really, that's all it is. And a little bit more of a hill there and there. Maybe a bit of cloud, but we'll leave that for now. We'll create that as we go along. Okay, that's the idea. Chimney probably the wrong way around, but that'll do. TV area would be nice. Maybe they don't bother with television, I don't know. Outhouse, and maybe a little figure for a change here. Little figure here, doing something here, here and here, maybe. Okay, so the process of the ink is that we can start dark if we like, so we can get the dark bits painted in. I'm using a flat brush. I just think it's nice to use a flat brush now and again, and paint some dark bits in. Might have a shadow on the side of the house in a minute. We'll just paint this big purple planet in here. There we go. Okay, so when we've maybe decided we've used enough pure colour, I can bring it in the foreground a bit too, but I can mix it with the white soon. We'll see what happens. We've done this before, I think, most of you anyway, so it's not going to be that tricky or mysterious. Right, okay, here's me palette. Should be over closer to the ink, I think. Put some ink on there, and don't be this mucky. I'm a mucky worker. Yeah, that's nice. It's a bit lighter than the previous pure ink colour. I think we can pop a little bit of that in. Nice colour, that. It's not bad. We don't have to stick with the actual tones we make and just do one place. We can blend them in a bit more. We can paint over them if we like. It's a mixture of ink and paint. It should lend itself to being a bit versatile. What we do want, though, is different tones. We want different tones. We don't want the whole thing to look flat. It's a bit of the pure ink colour. And here. And there's going to be a shadow on the house, but I think I want that lighter. So I'm going to mix some more white stuff. This is either acrylic or gouache. It's up to you what you use Doesn't have to be anything particularly special. That's the shadow of the side of the house going in. So that's about 3 different tones I've made so far. Okay, 3 different tones, a bit of shading there, and maybe over here. That's that, knock that off there, and the figure could be darker too. Let's have a look at the figure again. Let's lose the figure. There it goes. Yeah, nearly figure here, and a paler colour for the sky, which I want to be very light. And I'm actually going to mix some water now with this, which I can't. Whatever you do, don't dilute the ink on its own. It makes for a very rough and scruffy kind of finish. But you can thin this paint mixture down with water to make it lighter, even though we're using white, which is generally used for lightening images or colours. There we go. That's a bit of sky in there. Don't do it this fast. It won't be so much fun unless you want to really whack out some imagery. That's it there, that's it there, that's up there, that's up there, that's up there. It's all about tone. I may even water that down a bit more, straight onto there, and bring in paler tone here. And there. That's kind of the principle established there. It's not difficult. There's a different tone again, so we're not actually working with landscapes this week, so this is confusing, but I'm not trying to be difficult, but I just thought I would illustrate the method here. That's the principle. That's the principle of this thing we're doing. It's sort of drying up a bit now. I'm running low on fresh inks, and yeah, I've got a bit more white paint here to use. But the ink does tend to dry the medium up quite quickly. It doesn't hang about. You've got to not move fast, but you've got to make sure that you have enough of it mixed to push on with your image, with your picture. Okay, that's, yeah, if this is helpful, I hope so. I hope so. That's the principle. Different tones of ink and white together. Once you've made the mixture, you can add water. But you can't add water to the ink. You can try it if you like, but I don't think you'll find you like the results very much. That's it really, getting it filled in. Give myself some work here. Getting it filled in. The foreground should be darker than the background, generally, on principle. Maybe a bit darker on the house shadow, possibly. That's almost it. Bit more ink, bit more paint together, just to get this kind of done up here. That's like that. Not a delicate work, is it, David? No, not really. I know a lot of my videos are very long. This one shouldn't be, even though it's possibly too long for some of you at sort of 10 minutes, but that's the principle. That's what we're after. Differences in tone. Otherwise it will look flat. I'm going to make the house roof look a bit darker now, for some reason. Yeah. What a colour. Bloomin' heck. I'm not sure it's nice on this little mulberry, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure about mulberries, but you can try mixing the paints or the inks with the paint on the paper if you like too. Muck them together on the paper itself. You don't have to have the palette mix first. Anyway, that wonderful image is my offering. And that's sort of it, really. I hope it didn't take too long, did it? Might be bearable to sit through. Poor little figure. Let's make him walk. He seems to be stuck there. Yeah, that's better. And he's putting a little camp elbow there. Yeah, that's it. That's better. That's yeah, he's got a little dog there too. Yeah, a little dog is leading in, and that's it. That's basically it. So good luck with this week. Bring any colour paint you like. I mean ink you like. Bring white paint, but bring any colour ink you like. Blues, reds, green, browns, good. Sepia. This is not going to be the subject. The subject is going to be Dorothea Lange and Walker Evans's photographs of the Great Dust Bowl catastrophe in the 1930s in North America. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience, and I'll see you soon. Oh, we just need a spot of colour on that chimney there. Yeah, there we go. That's it there. And maybe just a little bit of smoke coming out there. Okay. Thanks, that's it. Thank you very much.